guys, thank you so much for joining me here at Waynesville Yoga Center for a restorative class this morning. My name is Amber. And today for our practice, all you need is a bolster or a thicker pillow and maybe a couple of blocks or books if you're practicing at home. And then also you might like a towel or two that you might be able to rest on, that we can roll up, something a little bit thicker maybe. I'm going to be using this today, so a little bit, not too thick, but we're going to be using it for supportive bridge here in a little bit. So if you would like to come into our first shape, we're just going to do a supported heart opener. And one thing just to remind you of, if you are not used to taking restorative classes, we usually hold the poses for about 8 to 10 minutes. And the reason that we do that is because it usually takes about 2 to 3 minutes for our bodies to really get into the shape and to really allow our nervous system to know that we're in a safe space. Because for some people, when you're really carry during the day, resting back and really taking time for yourself can be hard. It can be hard to settle the mind down, and it can certainly be hard to let the body relax. So be patient with yourself, give yourself time to get into what feels really good to you. And please know that any shape that I ask you to come into, if it doesn't feel good, modify it for yourself. Obviously I can't see you, so you'll know what feels best in your body. But the idea of a restorative class is to really prop yourself up so your body can get mushy. So do your best, and also sometimes emotions can come up in restorative, even though it seems like we're not doing anything with the body and the brain really relaxing. Sometimes that seems to be the perfect opportunity, the perfect outlet to release whatever it might be, emotions or physical stress, things like that. And please, if you feel like you're in a safe space, let that come, let that happen, because it's really important that we give our bodies these opportunities to let go of these things. Awesome. So you're just going to set yourself up here. You're going to put a block or your book underneath kind of the top edge of your bolster or bigger pillow. Now, if you have a thicker bolster, keep in mind it might feel a little tense on the low back, so you might want to rest a towel underneath your booty to kind of lift yourself up a little bit, and that'll make that less intense there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and put this here for me, and I'm just going to scoot up. So you want your sacrum right up against your bolster, so you can rest back. So a few other things you want to look for. If the low back is still giving you a little bit of tension, you can draw your knees together and walk the feet out so you're in more of a constructive resting pose. You can go ahead and bring a block or a book underneath your arm if it feels like the floor is so far away. And then once you come into your position, just start to take a couple of deep breaths. And then begin to relax in the face. So maybe come to the center point between the eyes first. And if you want, you can lift and lower your eyebrows a little bit just to kind of get a sense of the space. And then relaxing the eyebrows down, moving to the eyes and the space around the eyes. Letting the little wrinkles soften and letting the eyes just kind of rest back in the sockets. You can imagine them kind of floating around back there, which is kind of weird, but it's relaxing. And then you can rest your cheekbones and just softly imagine that gravity is tugging your cheeks towards the ground, which in a normal life, that is not something we definitely strive for, but in our restorative class, we want to be as relaxed as we can. And then once you've done that, see if you can make a connection with your occipital bone, which is the base of the skull, and you'll feel that on your bolster. And if you want, you can gently just rock the head from side to side. Just giving the back of the skull a sweet little massage. And then bringing your head back to a neutral position. And then release, separate the teeth just a little bit. You can bring your lips together, but separate the teeth. And then take a swallow. And then relax the tongue. So next we want to check into the neck space, into the upper shoulders, into the back of the shoulders. And we want to make sure that our collarbones feel nice and spread out, and that we can feel the backs of the shoulders resting against the bolster or your pillow. Let your arms rest heavily. And then let your fingers kind of feel like they're floating in water. See if you can absolutely let any kind of holding or sensations go. Let them be weightless. And then draw your attention to your chest. Take a deep inhale, filling the lungs. And release. Let's do that again. Big inhale into the lungs. Feel the rib cage spread wide. And release. Feel the back resting against your bolster. Soft in the belly. Connecting to the back of your bottom. Feeling it rest on whatever you're sitting on, your mat or a blanket. And then notice if you're holding any tension in the legs or in the knees. See if you need to shift your position at all. And then just thoroughly just relax. If you have your legs in constructive resting pose like I do with the knees together, see if you can connect to the soles of the feet. And let everything from the soles of the feet up the leg to the hips just rest. Feeling the support of each leg holding each other up. And if the legs are out long, see if you can connect the shins and the heels to the floor. And then again, we want to come to those toes and let them feel like they're floating in water. Absolutely no tension. Letting yourself be Perhaps you would like to set an intention for your class. Maybe you can direct that attention to your heart space. And with each inhale, you can imagine a bright white or green light coming around this intention. And your intention, you can say it in words, you can imagine words, you can imagine a picture, whatever it is to you. And just let this light encompass it and kind of give it this nice warm hug. Warming up the heart space. And then think of something that you're grateful for about yourself. Sometimes it's hard to give ourselves a pat on the back, but this is a wonderful time to be able to do that. And then softly just rest with your breath. If your mind starts to wander, let your thoughts come back to the awareness of the breath. So from this position, I'm just going to ask that you draw the soles of the feet together and let the knees drop out. Now, it might feel nice to offer up a little support to the legs, and you can bring a bolster or a block or towels and just rest them under your knees. And then just come back to your resting position in supported cobbler's pose. Coming back to the breath, coming back to the restfulness in the arms. Relaxing the gaze again, relaxing the expression. And then maybe for a moment or two, draw your attention to your belly space. And as you inhale, just feel that breath pressing gently into the belly button, expanding the belly. And exhaling, slowly letting that belly button come to the spine. And then once you feel settled in, you can come back to a normal pace of breath. And remember, if closing your eyes makes your brain race a little bit more, you're always welcome to keep the eyes open. But try to find a space of focus on the ceiling so that your gaze isn't flitting from one space to the other. Kind of like a drishti when we use in our balancing postures. Begin to slowly deepen your breath. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe rock the head gently from side to side. And then when you're ready, you can bring those knees together and then draw one knee to the chest and wrap your hands around the knee and slowly use that leg to propel yourself up, coming into a seated position. So we're going to do a forward fold. If you're sitting on a block or a blanket or a towel, you might like to stay there. If you feel any tension in the knees, you can put another towel underneath there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our pillow or our bolster. We're just going to draw it on top of our legs. And please let your legs feel comfortable. If it feels best that the toes are relaxed out rather than keeping the toes straight up and down, do that. Find what feels best in your legs. I want your knees to feel relaxed. And then we're going to take our block or our book, as many as we need, so we can relax our head on top. So forehead down. And then just bring the arms forward and let them relax. And if drawing the hands forward or resting the arms by your side might feel a little bit better, then it's completely up to you. You can do that too. But find this restful space for the forehead. And then you may feel a gentle stretch in the back of the neck, all the way down the back. Everybody's a little different, and it just kind of depends on how tight you're feeling today. And then you can rock the forehead gently from side to side if that feels good, kind of getting along the brow bone and the third eye. And pause when you're ready. And then again, I'd like to invite you to take a couple of deep breaths, filling up the lungs, and see if you can feel the ribs expanding and contracting again. And you may feel your shoulder blades kind of widen and contract. So just try that a few times. You can sigh your breath out if that feels good. Noticing any sensations in the body. And again, remember, it does take a few minutes for the body to really relax into a shape. So if your hamstrings are feeling tight right now, you might be feeling them. And just let them rest. And then slowly but surely, your body will start to relax into your shape. Keeping the jaw relaxed. Maybe once again parting the teeth and letting the tongue just relax. Slowly let the breath start to deepen. You can rock the forehead again from side to side. And when you're ready, just slowly lift the head. We're going to set blocks to the side. We're going to just let our pillow or bolster rest here right in front. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to pop off my little bolster here. We're going to come into supported deer pose. So you're going to come and bring one thigh right up to the bolster. And your knees are going to be kind of at a 90-degree angle here. So one shin is going to be resting on the long part of the mat, and the other foot is going to be pointed towards the back of the room. You're going to bring your hands and frame your bolster, and you're just going to rest yourself down. Now, if you'd like, you can use a blanket underneath your head for a little extra support. If your hip is feeling tender, you can rest a blanket underneath your hip. And this is just a gentle twist. And then resting your eyes closed if that feels good. Let your shoulders relax. Soften the belly. Bringing your attention to your breath, see if you can pinpoint in the back of the ribs as you breathe in, feeling a little bit of sensation in the back as those rib cage, as the rib cage spreads out. And then feel the weightiness of the body as you exhale and the body comes back towards your bolster or pillow. Slowly let the breath begin to deepen. Find a little movement in the fingers and the toes. Go ahead and bring the palms beside you and just push yourself up nice and slow. We're going to go ahead and move this bolster out of the way. And we're going to grab that towel or that little bolster again. And by the way, I'm not texting, I'm using my phone as a timer. So we're going to stretch out our hip flexors a little bit here. And we're going to do supported bridge. Now, if you find that your hip flexors feel like they're stretching out too much, which is usually the sensation I feel, you won't feel that, of course, if your hip flexors are tight. You can rest a couple of blocks underneath your heels. So we want our towel or our little bolster to rest right along the sacrum here. So not on our booty and not on our low back, but right in between. So adjust accordingly. And then rest your legs out. And then you can have a block under your head if you'd like, or a blanket to kind of lift up the neck a little. And then the hands can just rest by the sides. Adjust if you need to. And then bring your thoughts back to your breath. If you want, while you rest in this position, you can place the palms of your hands maybe at the low ribs. And just let the rhythmic flow of the breath bring you into this peaceful rest. Notice in the body if you're clenching, if there's any tightness. And do your best with your exhales to release. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Find gentle movement in the fingers and the toes. Maybe rotating the wrists, pointing and flexing the feet. And then drawing one foot to the floor, bending the knee, and then the other. Go ahead and drop both knees in for just a moment. And then drop one sole, one foot down. So the sole of the foot comes down. And again, wrapping the hands around the upright knee. And go ahead and draw yourself up. I guess I can't do this with the bolster underneath. So move the bolster first. And then draw yourself back up into a seat. So we're going to go ahead and do the deer pose on the opposite side. So bringing your bolster over to rest near the opposite hip. Remember, you can put a blanket underneath your head if you think that's going to feel better for you. And then framing the bolster with both hands. And then finding a gentle twist here and resting your chest as best as you can. You may find, you don't have a lot of mobility here. And if you want to, you can put a blanket or something right here to kind of rest underneath your chest. If you're feeling that it's just not comfortable enough to rest here. And then maybe after a few moments, a few minutes, you can remove that and then rest comfortably all the way down. You don't want to crank or twist into the shape. And then once you find a nice relaxing space, just notice any sensation in the body. Take a couple of loving breaths. See if you can release the tension. Relaxing in the face and the jaw. Feeling that gentle push of the breath into the bolster as you breathe in. And gentle exhale as you release down. Let your eyes relax, close, with the eyelids close, and if that doesn't feel comfortable, you can let the eyelashes kind of play against each other so you can see shadows. And anytime the mind wanders, just bring your thoughts and your feelings back to your breath and slow rise and fall. With the body against your pillow and bolster. Breath begin to deepen. Full movements in the fingers and toes. Palms to the mat. Go ahead and dry yourself off. All right, my friends, it's time for our final resting pose. You can lay flat on your mat if you'd like. Sometimes it's nice to put a bolster underneath the knees, elevate the legs a little bit. That takes any tension off the low back. It also relaxes through the hips. You can put a blanket under your head. And then just find this nice relaxing space. Letting yourself be as comfortable as possible. And then coming back to your breath. Maybe starting at the tip of the nose, feeling the breath as you inhale and exhale. Noticing the cooler air on the inhale and a little bit warmer air as you exhale. And then following the pattern of the breath all the way into the lungs. Just notice how quickly the breath travels. Maybe tucking the chin towards the chest gently, just to lengthen a little bit through the back of the neck into the spine. Letting the arms rest heavy. And maybe thinking of one more thing that you are so grateful for in your life. And let that feeling of warmth and gratitude encompass the heart space once again. And this time, as you imagine the light encompassing this gratitude, as you inhale, let that light grow. Let it grow from the heart space and spread all the way through the chest, down into the belly, down through the arms and up the neck, down into the hips, into the thighs and knees, all the way down to the toes and the fingers and all the way up to the crown of the head. Imagine yourself wrapped in this warm gratitude. wrapped in this sense of longing and belonging. Let the breath start to become deep and full. And see if you can invite a little smile into the creases of your eyes. And then on to the lips. Invite a little movement in the fingers and the toes. And if it feels good to you and it calls to you, take a deep, full body stretch. Big inhale. And big exhale as you release. Draw yourself into a fetal position on one side and just take a breath or two here. And very slowly, using your hands for support, drawing yourself back up into the seated position. Let's bring our hands together, Namaste Mudra. In gratitude for our practice together today, thank you for taking your precious time and not only giving it to yourself, but spending it with us. It really means so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. Take care.